Have you ever stood in the middle of your home or your day and felt overwhelmed? Like there's noise even in the silence? Like your thoughts are tangled in a web of to-dos and clutter? You're not alone. Many of us live in that tension, the sense that life is too full, and yet somehow something's missing. We fill our schedules, our rooms, even our minds, and still feel a quiet emptiness, a longing for clarity, for peace, for something that feels like home within ourselves. But what if the answer isn't adding more? What if the answer lies in creating space? It's not just physical space, but emotional and mental space too. Japanese minimalism isn't a trend, and it's not about stark white walls and owning only 5 things. It's a mindset, a choice to strip away the non-essential so that what's left can breathe. It teaches us that motivation doesn't always come from striving harder. Sometimes it comes from the quiet in between. Sometimes the power lies in letting go. In Japanese culture, there's a concept called ma. It isn't about objects at all. It's about the space between the pause, the silence, the breath before the next note. It's not the chair or the lamp that defines a room, but the air between them. That's ma. That's what allows your eyes and your soul to rest. Imagine walking into a room overflowing with stuff. Your mind starts racing, your senses overstimulated. Now imagine stepping into a space where everything feels intentional, where even the empty corners seem to speak of peace. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about your well-being. The Japanese understand that our surroundings whisper to us. They either whisper calm or chaos. What are your surroundings saying to you today? When we intentionally remove the excess, we make room for harmony. That's the gift of ma. That's the gift of noticing what isn't there and understanding that space has power. Because in space, clarity lives. Clutter is not just physical, it's emotional. A pile of clothes you haven't touched in a year. A drawer that won't close anymore. The digital photos you never scroll through. I'll take something from you. Maybe not money, but attention, energy, peace. Every object we own, even the ones we ignore, asks something of us. Clean me, fix me, use me someday. And the weight of that becomes invisible pressure. Japanese minimalism gives us permission to stop carrying things that no longer serve us. It's not about loss, it's about release. It's about choosing to fill your life only with what brings value, peace, or joy. Not guilt, not noise, not stress. When you let go of what clutters your life physically, digitally, even emotionally, you're not giving up. You're gaining something profound, yourself. You're giving yourself permission to feel light again, to breathe, to be. Let's bring this idea down to earth. Take a look at your closet. How many outfits do you actually wear? Or your kitchen? How many mugs do you need? Be honest. We all hold on to things just in case. But what if just in case is just an excuse to avoid the discomfort of letting go? Japanese minimalism isn't a race to empty your shelves. It's a quiet revolution of intention, a practice of asking, does this serve me? Does this bring me peace or purpose? It applies to more than things. It applies to your time, your energy, even your relationships. Each object you choose to keep should reflect who you are or who you want to become, not who you used to be. It's not who you're afraid to disappoint. This is your life. Fill it with what fuels you and watch how the lightness spreads. From your room to your routine to your relationships. It starts small, one drawer, one decision, but it grows fast. Because freedom always does. We often think more is better, more things, more achievements, more doing. But in truth, less often brings more of what really matters. More time, more stillness, more presence. When you don't have to manage as much, you get to live more. That's the quiet truth behind Japanese minimalism. It's not about the things at all. It's about you. When your environment feels calm, your mind mirrors it. You begin to move through the day with clarity instead of chaos. You find yourself enjoying small things, again, the steam rising from your morning cup of tea, the sound of birds outside, the silence between your thoughts. Life becomes less about managing and more about experiencing. That's the magic of less. It's not about restriction. It's about intention. It's about saying yes to fewer things so you can say yes more fully to what matters. And in that space, you don't just find stillness, you find yourself. You don't need to change everything today. You don't need to throw your life into boxes and start from scratch. But you can choose one corner of your world to simplify. One drawer. One morning where you do less and feel more. That's where it begins. Not in the doing, but in the deciding. Ask yourself gently, is this helping me or hurting me? Does this bring in peace or pressure? And then act. Small steps are still steps. And in minimalism, even small shifts open doors to clarity, to purpose, to freedom. You don't need to live a life of deprivation. You need to live a life that feels like you. A life where your space reflects your heart. Where your surroundings lift you up, not weigh you down. You deserve that. You deserve the lightness of a life lived with meaning. So today, take a breath. Choose less. Choose light. And trust that in creating space, you're making room for the life you've been longing for, one calm, intentional choice at a time.